What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Never Became a Shinobi? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And yeah guys, I had this idea about reading your comments because yeah, that's what I do usually nowadays. I'm trying to find story ideas by reading your comments and end up making my own. I don't know why my brain works like this, but yeah, leave your comments in the comment section. I'll make something for you guys tomorrow as well. I mean, your guys' idea. So, in the meantime, enjoy this one. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 10 years after the QB attack, inside Konoha Gakure no Sato's Shinobi Academy, where the next generation of shinobis and konoichis were currently in training. Some of the kids that were studying there were soon going to be legends and were gonna push the shinobi era into a new one. As currently standing outside of the classroom of one was Naruto Uzumaki, and he had a frown on his face, as he was forced to hold two buckets filled with water while extending his hands in the form of a T pose. And he had a frown on his face. He did not do anything and was just sitting and listening attentively. And as soon as the sensei looked at him, he snarled and literally kicked him out of the classroom with a punishment, saying that he was making trouble. Naruto, this was not a first-time incident. This has been happening again and again since the time he joined the academy a few years back, and even before then. Ever since he was young, back when he was 3 or 4, this has been a continuous cycle of hatred by people of Konoha and by even his senseis. The only people he could count on were the few that he could count on one hand, and they were not even 5 fingers altogether. 2 of them were Ichiraku Ramen Shop members Ayame and Tenuichi, and the other one was an Anabu with a dog mask. And the final member, it was none other than his Gigi. It was Sarutobi, the Hokage of Konoha himself. And after the end of the class, Naruto was allowed to leave, or more like told to get out. And so, he decided it was enough. And so he arrived inside the Hokage office and knocked. "Who is it?" said a voice. "It's me, Gigi." "Ah, Naruto, come inside, my dear." And so once Naruto came inside, Hiruzen had a smile on his face until it fell, seeing that Naruto had a frown and a sad look on his face. "What is it, Naruto? Did someone bully you again?" "No. I want to talk to you about something, Gigi. Something that I've been thinking for a while." "What is it, my dear boy? Come on, you can share anything with me," said Hiruzen, getting up and now walking towards Naruto. "How about we go towards Ichiraku Ramen stand and have a ramen there? After all, that is the place where we can, ease up and speak to." "I guess that is fine." And so, Naruto and Hiruzen arrived at the Ichiraku Ramen stand, but Tenuichi and Ayame also sensed that Naruto was, feeling off today, so they gave him extra portions in the ramen. "Alright, Naruto, you can tell me anything you want. Don't worry about Ayame and Tenuichi." "Not like you usually do." "I give up." As immediately the 3 of them froze. "What? What do you mean by that, Naruto?" As even Tenuichi, who usually had his eyes half opened or closed at one point, now were wide open. What do you mean by that, Naruto?" "Hold on, Tenuichi. Why are you giving up, Naruto?" "I don't see the point," said Naruto, rubbing the back of his neck. "The people, they hate me, and even Naruto, I have told you again and again, you have to prove to them that you're not who they think that you are. They're hateful because they are ignorant. You're not. We're not. I don't want to prove to anyone. Why do I have to prove to anyone that I'm not what they think? I don't even know what I am, what I've done to them. What did I even do to them, Gigi? Honestly answer me today. You didn't do anything, Naruto." As sensing this, Tenuichi and Ayame moved to the back but listened attentively because Naruto has spoken his true feelings. They could see that Naruto has been wearing a mask of a sort, Mask of a fool, a cheerful, happy-go-lucky fool that has been acting up for the past 10 years of his life that he has lived. But now it has finally slipped and his real feelings are coming out. Hiruzen was quite worried that if the dam broke that was holding this back, there was no point of return for Naruto, for him and for Konoha. So you just gave up? I wanted to prove them wrong, but how can I even do that when they don't even want me to train? What? What do you mean by that? As Naruto explained everything, the Bensi arrived in the academy on the very first day he was kicked out of the class. And that has been the regular procedure for the past 3 years of the beginning of the academy until now. I don't think it's working for me, Gigi. Honestly, what am I gonna even do? I'm gonna be a mediocre shinobi and end up dying outside. If I have to do anything, I'd rather learn a skill or, just leave this place. This is your home now. Where are you going to go? Anywhere that feels like home. I honestly don't feel like eating, so I'm gonna leave. As Naruto opened his wallet, I'll got that covered, Naruto. As Naruto looked towards him, I can pay for you. Naruto, why are you acting like this? I told you I got this covered, my dear boy. Go home and rest. And think for it for a week or so before making this decision. Alright? With a clear head. And so, Naruto nodded but left as Teruichi and Ame arrived outside with a frown. They have pushed the boy too far, Hokage-sama. He is young, and he should not have gone through such things that he has seen in his life. The way he speaks isn't even like a child anymore. I thought everything was fine. Even we could tell that was a mask of Hokage-sama. Said Ame, that boy is like a little brother to me. And him opening up and finally admitting the wrong that these people have done, it took a lot of courage today. I know. It's just, you're trying to make sure that he fulfills his father's and mother's shoes, said Teruichi. But he's a different kid. He's not like them. Even if he is acting like them, he's not them. He's much more mature, we can see it. Matured forcefully by the hands of these people who threw him outside when he was in need of care and was told to raise his own self. Even you put him in an apartment complex. He couldn't cook, he couldn't do anything. By luck, we were able to find him one night. If I hadn't invited him in, he would have. I don't even want to talk about it, said Teruichi. As Hiruzen nodded, listening attentively because he realized that Naruto's situation might have been worse than he has thought. And so, now we see Hiruzen called for a council meeting in the middle of the night, as it was already nighttime. As one by one, the clan heads, the civilian council, and the elders arrived, and they all sat down in front of Hiruzen Sarutobi. What is this meeting about, Hokage-sama? It's nighttime and we were supposed to... I know you're supposed to earn your precious rest, but this is about something. Naruto came to me today, and he has finally admitted to one thing that you all wanted so much. As the civilians asked curiously, what? He has given up. And they smiled and sighed relief, while the Shinobi clan heads were quite shocked. And so could be said for the elders, but he can give up. Said Danzo. He is the supposed Jinchuriki of the village. How is Konoha defend against an enemy if he gave up? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know, Hiruzen? Do something about it. Why should I do something about it? Konoha is the one who laid this bed of thorns. It's time for it to lay in it. The cold, harsh reality that we failed our hero. We failed Minato no Mikaze and Kushina Uzumaki and those men who died that day, protecting us. And for what? For some petty revenge against a child who, against his will, did not even consenting to it, was forced into being our Jinchuriki? As there was a huge and heavy amount of silence when Hiruzen said these words. I'm saying this once and for all. I even got a letter from Daimyo as he slammed it on the table and watched them call a god and pick it up and gave it to them. One by one they all read it. After the hour or so of reading, they all were shocked. The Daimyo backing you up? Yes. I revealed to him about his heritage. You know it is a dangerous thing to do. What if his enemies? I rather face enemies from outside than from within who are trying to hinder him. The boy will be given his home, his heritage, and will be allowed to live peacefully. But you can't do that. If he won't be allowed to live here, then the least I can do is give it him to his godparents. Obviously Jiraiya is busy, but Tsunade isn't, and she will be able to raise Naruto. You can't do this. He is the Jinchuriki of Konoha. He's not a property of Konoha. The Jinchuriki was never of Konoha in the first place. I dug out old documents, and it was never registered in any of our articles or rules that Kyuubi belonged to Konoha. The first Jinchuriki in itself was Mito-sama. The Kyuubi resided in the areas of the Uzumakis, the village of Uzushiogakure. The second Jinchuriki was also an Uzumaki. The third is also an Uzumaki. So making it clear that the Uzumakis are the ones who control and have the rightful ownership of the Nine Tails and its whole being. And after Danzo read this, his face colored grayed. It can't be. Why didn't Sensei make any of these documents real? And you mean to say that Konoha never had a Jinchuriki? No. I was shocked as well when I found out about this, but seeing as it is, we must follow the code and rules followed by and made by our senseis. But we need a Jinchuriki. How are we gonna defend Konoha against others if they find out that we are Jinchuriki-less and on our own? The same way how we did against Kyuubi. Someone else has to sacrifice himself. But for how long? One by one, even if the other villages would be relentlessly attacking us, we will begin to fall. And there was a huge and heavy pulp of silence, as the civilians all were in arrogance and were happy. We don't care. We want the boy out of this village. He doesn't belong here. And Minato? Yeah, we don't care about him. We did not ask for him to make a sacrifice of such. And same would be said for Kushina. And at that moment, even the shinobi sides pissed up. How dare you? Stood up the most chillest person in the room, and that was Shikaku Nara. How dare you yell those words at us about our friends? Those friends saved us and your asses in the midst of the war and in the midst of a battle against the Biju. You insensitive fucks. And hearing Shikaku yell slurs as well as being insanely enraged was something aside for the others to see. As Tsunumi was the next one, as she folded her arms, acting calm and deadly. Say that one more time, civilians, and you might even have a civil war with us. You see, we Inuzukas are not only feral and like rabid beasts and dangerous, we also are predators and protective of our own. Kushina was like a sister to me. It was already a pain to see that we couldn't keep his cup because of the clan power pull and play set by you. And since he was an infant, he was supposed to be raised by you with care, to honor the legacy of the fourth. And what did you do? Spat on it. We did not fight for your satisfaction. You all are the defenders of this village, said one of the civilians. And we are an integral part of this village. If we are not working, you are not protecting. You can't do anything. Is that so? Okage-sama, it is time to decide if the Konoha wishes to remain a shinobi power or not. Because seeing as the things are and how the minds have changed over the course of years, thinking they are but they are not, it is time that we too look for other options. Because there are many other villages who would rather have us and even respect us. You would betray Konoha? You would turn traitors? All of you will pay then. You will become enemies. Enemies? So what are you gonna do about it? asked Hiyashi. Hmm? What are you going to do about it? If we leave, Kumo are willing to take us in because they want our dojutsu. Same could be said for the other villages. And this could be a path to form a peace. Now imagine this, all the other 4 villages with the clans of Konoha on their side and united as one because of our personal or mutual respect as well as relationship that continued for long as Konoha has been born. What do you think will happen? Konoha will be defenseless, alone, and a civilian village that would be targeted by not only Eva but the others, and could be taken out by the village like Land of Waves or Vegetable Country. Think about that. As Shikaku then stood up, I'm done with this. If the boy doesn't wish to become a shinobi, then so be it. If they don't want him here, we, the Nara clan, are willing to offer him a cottage of ours in the Land of Fire, where he can live. This is the least we can do for Minato and Kushina and their son. Thank you. I'll let him know. And after that, one by one, the clan heads left. And once they did, the elders remained as the civilians began to leave now because they were now in deep thought. And once they imagined, they felt chills run down their spine, realizing what the clans have said, crushing their pride as well as their confidence. You're making a mistake, Hiruzen. We need a Jinchuriki. Then go and make one. Because that Jinchuriki is Uzumaki's, belonging to Uzishio. And with that, Danzo couldn't do anything, as Jiraiya as well as Tsunade were called and informed of the situation. As Hiruzen then arrived, as a week passed, to Naruto. Have you thought this through, Naruto? Yeah. So, I don't wish to become a shinobi. I only picked it up because I thought maybe if I did, people will respect me like you, but they don't even like me being here. So, what's the point? I'm truly sorry, Naruto, that I pushed you into this. I never meant for you to suffer, my dear boy. If anything, I wanted you to have some friends and bonds, as well as to become a great shinobi. Even a Hokage one day. Yeah, it would have been something if I did that, alright? Yeah. Well, maybe in another lifetime, or maybe somewhere out there, in a parallel world or something. I read that in a novel, you see. Said Naruto. As Hiruzen chuckled. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, am I free now? Man, I gotta start learning some skills to survive out there. You don't need to. What? You have a godparent. And it's high time you know who you truly are. And so Hiruzen began to reveal his true heritage to Naruto, his parents, as well as what happened and why he was hated, and what he was and what he wasn't, and in the end how he was granted his freedom. As Naruto sat there with a picture of his parents, as the red-headed woman, his mother Kushina had a huge bump over it, as he traced fingers over her. It would have been fun if they were here, right? Oh yes, Naruto. Things would have been different, and as you said, it would have been fun. Both of your godparents will be here to take you in. In the meanwhile, rest, son. As now we see Naruto clutching onto the picture of his parents, then fell asleep until he heard a knock on the door in the morning, and there stood Jiraiya as well as Tsunade. Hey kid. Jiraiya-sama? He said, yes, it's me, Jiraiya. And drop the sama or anything. If anything, you can call me. Yeah, don't listen to this pervert. You can call us whatever you want, kid. Look at you. Scrawny and thin. People of Konoha really deserve a great ass whooping and a heartily reminder that not to treat a kid like this. First thing first, I'm gonna go and shop something and bring you proper food. And after that, pack your stuff in the meanwhile, because after you have your breakfast, we're leaving. And so that is what Naruto did. And once he ate the breakfast, he was leaving. But it wasn't stopped him. This is your parents' heritage. their money, and everything that belonged to them. It's yours now. Take care, Naruto. And so, Naruto was also given the keys of the Nara hut, Nara cottage that was, well, within the borders of the Land of Fire. But once arriving there, Naruto moved in. As time passed, Naruto found passion of reading books and watched Jiraiya how he wrote his books, and took a liking to it. It was peaceful, and he liked to weave stories, as he found out that he was good at it. So Tsunade decided to stay there within the Land of Fire borders, and they were happy. Why? Because some of the casinos were there. Naruto was one lucky bastard because Tsunade one time brought him there while Jiraiya wasn't there. And Naruto hit the jackpot, draining the casino dry and taking a huge paycheck home. If it wasn't for, well, Tsunade's other tabs that had been opened that were repaid, saving the casino's ass. But they banned Naruto because if he was ever back, they would have truly lost. And Tsunade, she was happy because she knew how to get out of the debt now. And that is how she has been visiting the casinos that she visited, and with the help of Naruto, as if he was kissed by the Lady Luck itself, drained the casinos, paid off the debts, and moved on. And got banned as well in the mean process. But he was able to write a funny tale. The gambling addict grandma and her lucky grandson. And it became a tale that was hit amongst the kids as well as the others, touching hearts as well as creating smiles and laughs. Naruto was enjoying this life, living this life. And he was also seeing the negatives of his past. How the shinobis were cruel and arrogant. And not even that, how they were egotistical as well, with fragile egos that would shatter as soon as someone stronger than them came into the picture. As he watched, Tsunade then said, "Leave them be, kid. This is how the shinobi system works. The weak gets chewed out the top of the food chain. They act like they own everything." As Naruto quietly watched this all. Time passed as Naruto released some other books and was becoming more and more famous, even surpassing Jiraiya, who at one point was jealous that no one was reading his gold mine of, well, books which were Uchiha tactics, but was quite addicted to Naruto's books himself, even having the collection, a premium one. Even Hiruzen was quite shocked, and back in people in Konoha, at least the clan heads were shocked to see that Naruto was the one behind this, and they were happy. As at the Akamichi restaurant, we see the older generation of the, well, shinobis and Konoichi started there. I'm happy for the cub of Minato and Kushina. He's doing good. The pup is growing up just fine, Satsumi. Yeah, his stories and literature are quite extraordinary and hilarious, I might say. Said Hiyashi. Yeah, kids love it, but what a drag. It'd have been fun if he was here, Well, wherever he is happy, said Inoichi, and we should all respect that. Oh, trust us, we all do. As they all chuckled, finally being happy, while the civilians were now realizing their mistake. They had literally a money-milking machine in their hands because Naruto was now rich because of his books getting fame, and even some of them got adaptations. And this pissed off the civilians. Why is he getting all this fame? He's nothing more than a demon and whatnot. They tried to spread the rumors, but the Land of Fire daimyo himself, who was a fan, literally crushed it and even warned them that if they tried to pull something like this again, they would not only be losing their seats but also their necks. And that was the it of them. As some of the books had arrived into the hands of the Akatsuki. And surprisingly enough, the most shocking out of the things that could have happened, Zetsu, the will of Kaguya, had become a fan, and a die-hard one. Especially the black side of Zetsu. I must admit, this is something that is really special and good. I like it. As the white one also nodded to that. But he's one of our targets as well. No, if he dies, then the books, they would stop. As they were Zetsu was holding, while having a conversation with his two personalities, the new one. No, I can't. I can't let this happen. And so what he did was, well, went straight towards Naruto, Jiraiya, and Tsunade, who were at the, well, Land of Fire, and revealed everything to them while getting a sign from Naruto. Naruto was happy to sign all he wanted, but was quite shocked. So, yes, I know it is quite wild of me to say that, but it is true. There exists a clan that is one that is called the founding father of the chakra, the Otsuzukis, and they roam planet to planet, planting the seeds and making planet's vitality, growing chakra until it is reliant on it. Extract the life force and the chakra in the form of fruit, eat it and leave to gain longevity as well as immortality and strength. I am will of such woman, Kaguya Otsutsuki. She is still sealed by the help of the sage and his brother. But I was supposed to free her, but now I don't even want to do that. Your book, it helped me see that I was nothing more than a tool and have my own life to live now. I'm a huge fan, and I just couldn't bear to see you, well, get hurt or die. Because your books would stop. As Naruto was listening in silence, just chuckled. Well, I'm truly honored that, my books actually saved my life. If anything, I should be thanking you, Jiraiya Sensei, said Naruto, as Jiraiya chuckled. You don't need to thank me at all. But Zetsu, what are your goals now? What do you mean, what are my goals now? I intend to follow Naruto. Follow me? Yes. Since I have deserted Akatsuki as well as, my own mother and have nowhere else to go, I would follow you now. How about you stay here with us? And so, Zetsu was quite shocked and happy to do that, and was even able to integrate himself into society, which in itself was quite shocking. Because Naruto, a boy who has given up on his dreams and hopes, found his true passion, and was just living his life in quiet and peace, has just avoided a world-ending catastrophe. Jiraiya remembered the prophecy. Prophecy that stated that a child of prophecy's words will hold power beyond anything in itself that anyone has seen. He thought that it might be a speaking type-ish Kekkei, but he would have never thought that it would be his book writing skills that would save the world. But that wasn't all. The Akatsuki members, once they found out that Zetsu had defected, tried to find it, but they couldn't because he was well hidden. And their plans went to shit completely when an alliance of a form was made between the 4 other nations. Why? Because they found out that Konoha was Jinchuriki-less, and now as there was a threat of war. The Chakra beings hunters, the Akatsuki, they just settled down and watched this from afar because they realized that the damage was about to be done, and done badly. While on the other side, Konoha was shitting bricks because they were about to be attacked. What did the clan heads do? We terminate our registration with Konoha and affiliation as well, and wish to move out. What? You can't do that, said the civilians. You said to yourself that you can replace us. Do that now. Have fun. Because we're not gonna shed blood for the peoples who would spatter on our own legacies and sacrifices in the future. If you can do that to your Kage, I don't even want to know what you would do to us. And one by one they all left. Hokage-sama, do something, please. Oh, what do you mean, me? I tender my resignation today, as he brought in a letter, and I too am moving. As Koharu and Homura did the same as well, shocking Danzo. As Danzo and the civilians were the only one left, with a few bunch of roots. And once Konoha was assaulted by the 4 nations, the 4 nations were a little bit pissed that there was little to no people there and no scrolls or money. But they got the satisfaction of destroying Konoha to bits, as they all cheered and celebrated that. And the irony in itself was that they liked Naruto, Uzumaki's books. Even Oniki did, not even realizing that the books that he was enjoying was actually the one person that he hated in the most in the world. and wanted to destroy Konoha because of Minato no Mikaze himself. All the while, Naruto, now with his newfound family, was having fun and a blast. It was writing the next chapter of his life and novel that was gonna shake the world in its own right. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And yeah, I had this idea with which I wanted to give Naruto a happy life, because most of you guys complain in the comment section, well, Naruto's life is being tortured and no better than Spider-Man. So I thought I'd give my boy Naruto some few happy moments and a few happy realities in their own right. So I hope you enjoyed this one, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!